What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building with the J spot. Y'all know what it is. On the court with J and Cess. We back. We back.
That's
Got
right.
y'all an update. What's up, Jay? What you been up?
What's
What you
going
been up
on?
Listen.
Chilling, living. You know how it goes.
Are you missing Unrivaled?
I let me tell you something. I missed Unrivaled since week 1 of the
Really?
WNBA. Yes.
Are you not enjoying the dub? Or are you just missing Unrivaled?
It's a little bit of both. Not that I'm not enjoying it. It's I feel even though we had like slight discourse and some things going on within the Unrivaled season, but it was like regular basketball, fun discourse type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then as soon as the W started back, it was just heavy again. Not as bad as last season. I think I kind of separated myself from a lot of that stuff this season, so it didn't bother me as bad. But it's just it's more about commercial, more about just everything but basketball. And I was just it's people was trying to push the drama agenda, but I think just because like certain players aren't playing as much and the media is not as focused on that anymore, it's a little bit milder. But yeah, in the beginning I was like, please, where is Unrivaled? Because people were having fun. We were just getting, behind the scenes. I think also like watching the stud buds made me really miss, even though that's in the middle of the season. It was the drama in the beginning, but in the middle of the season, when I saw Stud Buzz, I'm like, I can't wait for Unrivaled to come back. Because can you just imagine, like this? The reason I feel like they were not necessarily having so much fun, but I think while we saw so many people come together, like the players and stuff, if you look at it, most of those players were players that were together during Unrivaled, so they kind of already had that closeness. So it was just like seeing your old friend again, and then now for them to have that and then go back to Unrivaled, I just think it's going to be so much fun. So,
yeah. TikTok's loading. We here
right.
for it. We here for it.
Yeah.
Let me see. You talked about a lot of them, having an Unrivaled connection. We were talking a little bit about just like how I guess that's a great segue into how much Unrivaled helped some of these players, even the players that we were like, not looking so hot in Unrivaled. By the time they finished that Unrivaled and got back to the WNBA, their bags were deeper. They were in better shape. They had more confidence. I mean, let's talk about it.
You know who I'm so mad at? Not necessarily mad, but Azariah Stevens. She's like 41% from 3 or something now. She's like jump leaps and bounds. She couldn't hit a 3 for us for the Rose to save her life, like not at all. But whatever was going on between now from then and now, like she's like a sharpshooter now. Like it's just like automatic, just threes. Like just to see like it was something she was working on or something she was doing during Unrivaled. It just wasn't as successful, but that must have been practice because she came into the W shooting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like Lexi. I speak a lot about the Rose. Obviously, that was my team.
Absolutely.
And I watched them more. But yeah, seeing Lexi also struggling and then hearing about her doing better, looking at Sykes, who was like missing layups left and right, open layups. And now she's like killing it for Washington. So yeah, seeing them like improve so much. It's been crazy to see. Like I didn't think it would be like this. I thought we would see some improvement. I didn't think we would see these things right now. What do you think?
For the most part, everybody has been a step faster, more locked in, making things happen. The one for me that I'm like scratching my head a little bit, Jay, that old gold mamba. I'm scratching my head on. I was hard on her. Gold mamba, Jewel.
No, I know, but I'm saying also for me, Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea too. And Chelsea, what I can't figure out with Chelsea is, Chelsea came into Unrivaled saying they told her to go be a shooting guard, go be a scoring guard, and so I see her now, even back in the dub, being a scoring guard and not maybe running the offense as much. I want to see her go back to let's get back to running some sets maybe. But the gold mamba is like, okay, now you I gave you a hard time about how you left Seattle. You got to Unrivaled. That was supposed to be like your time to kind of get yourself back together and then show up and show out in Las Vegas. And it has not shown up yet. It just hasn't shown up yet. It's very inconsistent. And I can't figure it out. You know, I mean, when I look at everybody, I mean, some of these players, listen, some of these players, Jay, you know me, I gave him a hard time. BG, I was like, Atlanta for what?
Yeah.
Atlanta where studs go to die? What? remember, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I tell the truth now.
Yeah.
I gave her a hard time. BG looked like she found a home. I don't know. Again, I don't know how many more years BG is gonna play. I don't think that BG wanted to go out the way that she ended in Phoenix. You know, I don't know if this is the end of BG's career this season, but she's been much more engaged. She's been much happier. They've been able to go to her to control pace and space of the game. And I think a lot of that has to do with Atlanta, but a lot of that also has to do with, I think, just BG building these relationships and stuff at Unrivaled and being able to kind of show herself in a different light on TikToks, hanging, my big thing was like when Rakia and BG, meet up. That was one of the things I was looking forward to. They did the TikTok before they met up, right? Yep. So that lets us know, like, for real, y'all, it's just on the court is on the court, off the court, it's all love for the most part. But I mean, Ray Burrell, glue piece. Ray Burrell, glue piece.
Yep.
You look at LA Sparks, night and day when Ray was available versus when she was hurt. Looking forward for her to get all the way back in the swing of things and get cooking. Cam on her way back. We finally get to see Cam. I'm excited about the fact that means that we should see a Cam in Unrivaled, coming up here next season. And that's like, whoa, okay.
And she's part of the Hootie Hoos too, right?
Yeah, I think she was a Hootie Hoo. Let me see.
Because they never picked up another player. I think it was there. I think. Or was it Phantom?
No, wait a minute. Let me get the clubs right. Hold on. But somebody didn't pick up anybody. They was like, that's it. That's all
it was the Hootie Hoos. They stayed with 5 players.
The Hootie Hoos and the Laces ended up picking up some people. It was the Hootie Hoos. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if we want to see the same coaches, but that's another time. We don't have to talk about that right now. Okay. So let me see. Shakira Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Beasting.
Yes.
Listen,
Angel.
Yeah, I mean,
look at Angel.
We know about Barbie. We know about Barbie. I'm trying to call some of these other. Alicia Gray is having the MVP type season.
Oh, Alicia Gray.
We calling her Unleasha Gray.
Unleasha Gray.
Unleasha Gray. You hear me? Unleasha Gray. Hey, listen, I'm here for it. Ryan Howard. Remember, I was packing Ryan Howard up to leave Atlanta. If she get healthy, she can stay.
Mm-hmm.
If she get healthy, she can stay. It's working. Alicia, Ryan, Pow, Skylar, Just Diggins. Yeah,
she was already on a tear though in Unrivaled. I was wondering if she was going to keep up the energy, and she definitely has. Like, it's crazy.
Aaliyah Edwards slowed down with the back injury.
Yeah,
I mean, I think wrist now. I think wrist or something now.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been silent. Money Martin, I can't figure out Money Martin. Like, y'all ain't got nothing else to lose. Everybody's hurt. They can't go. Let her play.
Yeah, she did well tonight.
Jordan Canada.
Jordan Canada. Yes.
Hey, AT. Alyssa Thomas, man. Listen, if she's not in the conversation. So let me see. How many of these? So I got Alyssa Thomas, unrivaled player in the MVP conversation. I got Aaliyah Boston, unrivaled player in the MVP conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Asia Wilson, not an MVP player. Who else is in the MVP conversation? So, yes, they got Fee in there. So some dude, Stewie. I don't know.
Did you say Alicia Gray?
Alicia Gray for sure in the conversation. Anybody else? Azrae Stevens is on my list for most improved.
No,
I
got Angel for that.
I mean, Angel too. I'm talking about conversation.
Yeah. I just said I put her in that conversation.
Shakira Austin too. Most improved. Like, Hey, she stayed healthy. She's a different looking person. Slim got disrespected and snubbed for the All-Star, but then they tried to make up for it. Rakia Jackson, hooping right now.
Oh,
Hooping.
Rakia is
Game,
killing it.
dropped the game winner on New York. People say it was lucky, it was whatever. She shot it. It went in.
It went up. That's all that
It went up.
matters.
It went up and in. It went up and in, baby. Up
Right.
and in. But all of these ladies, I mean, Big Mama, I can't, with the exception of, like I said, Chelsea and Jewel, who I think it may be more just about them finding their footing and the balance at Vegas and figuring out rotation and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's having a pretty good season. Natasha Cloud, breakout season at New York. Satu, Phoenix could win it all. Phoenix could win it all.
Yep. Let me read off some of these stats because I didn't put them up, but this is what Unrivaled what they posted. They said that over a third of Unrivaled players are having their best scoring year yet. 35% of Unrivaled players are having a career high in points per game. First is Nafisa Collier, leading with 23.3 points a game. This was a couple weeks ago. And then players with increased points per game this season that played in Unrivaled is Aaliyah Boston, Alicia Gray, Angel Reese, Azare Stevens, Brittany Sykes, Kate Martin, Lexi Hull, Marina Mabry, Satu Sabli, Sabrina Ionescu, and Shakira Austin. Some of the same people you just named. The person that made the biggest jump increasing their points over the previous year is Kate Martin. She went up 4.1 points per game, but that, prior to her not playing as much now for the Valks. And then for it says after Unrivaled, 38% of players are seeing their best assist numbers yet. You got Alyssa Thomas, who's leading the league with over 9 assists per game. And then the players that have increased their assists, Aaliyah Boston, Alicia Gray, Alyssa Thomas, I just named, Angel Reese, Azare, Stewie, Slim, De'Erica, Dejanay, Lexi, Ryan Howard, Rakia, and Shakira Austin, with Angel having the biggest jump in assists over last year, upping it by 1.9 assists per game. And then rebounding. We already know who's number one in rebounding, but 26% of Unrivaled players are having a career high in rebounds per game. Angel Reese is leading the league with 12.6. Other players that have increased their rebounds per game: Alicia Gray, Azare, Chelsea Gray, Dejanay, that all rhymes, Jordan Canada, Kate Martin, Lexi Hull, Marina Mabry, Ryan Howard, and Azare having the biggest jump in rebounds, increasing her rebounds by 1.7 rebounds. And then the last one is efficiency. 21% of Unrivaled players are having a career high in field goal percentage, with Aaliyah Boston, who was leading. I think she's tied now, but she was leading the WNBA at 56.3%. I think it dropped down to 54, but that's still amazing. With Ray Burrell, even in her short time she was playing, she's made the biggest jump in field goal percentage, improving 14.2%. And then Angel Reese has the next biggest jump, increasing her field goal percentage by 5.5%. So the Unrivaled effect is the numbers don't lie. Like, is there.
Yeah, you gotta give credit where credit's due. And that's not to say that these women didn't go to work on their games, right? But they also had the ability to go to work on their games in a space and place that encouraged like development, growth, pouring into yourself, taking care of yourself, health. They went there and they got the full body MRI scans. They had the what was it, the step counters or the heart monitors and stuff.
Yeah, they had those little things they were wearing all the time. Yep.
Right. Like I don't know how much of that data they actually got back and was, were able to, download into what their daily workout and their growth and development plan was. But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that it had a major effect. I mean, because of what we're seeing here, like we're seeing 36 women who, for the most part, 98% have come back and been better right away. But with all the good, that they're doing, they catching some smoke right now. They catching some
Yeah.
heat.
Hmm.
What do you think about? Yeah. So remember me. I was raising my hand and saying, "Ain't no way in the world." Ain't nowhere in the
Yep.
world you would sit and know everything about what I'm doing and then go start. I mean, now they
Yeah.
want to cry. No, too late now. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anything about conflict of interest because when you thought it was gonna fail, you didn't care. You
Yeah.
didn't care. You sat around with your chest up. You feeling like we the WNBA. We the WNBA, yo. Little video Unrivaled, 850 seats, TV deal. Yeah, yeah. Look at them now. Look at what they were able to show the world that's possible.
Hmm.
Look at the empowerment. Look at these women are walking with a different confidence and a different empowerment because I put 250,000 in the bank already, and I got some equity coming off a league that I own. That I had
Yeah.
to turn, I had to turn investors away from. We had to say, "Well, go give us no more money."
Right.
When had the WNBA had that problem? Go give us no more money.
They need
You
more
hear me?
money at this point. Yeah.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, hey, so unrivaled, empowering, game changer. So, shout out to them. Shout out to them for that. But
Hmm.
then also not ducking, not hiding. I'm not
Yeah.
a big Nafisa. Call your fan. Y'all know why, Queen Fee, Hooper, but I'm not a big fan. Um, but how proud I was when she sat up there with her arms folded, with her unrivaled front and center,
Yeah.
front and center as one of the number one vote getters in the All Star game and the captain
Hmm.
to choose team. Yeah, yeah, I see you with your. Yeah, I'm branded too.
Yeah.
But remember us. Big statement. You can't make them go away.
Right.
Where do you think they go from here?
I mean, the sky's the limit. I always felt like Unrivaled can do. They put themselves in a position where they can morph into anything they want to do. I mean, they can continue to obviously grow their league. I could see more teams coming, more people wanting to play. Um, I know a lot of people feel like it's a conflict of interest. I never it and I guess textbook, yes, but in the big scheme of things, the whole reason Unrivaled ever became a thing is because Fee and Stewie felt like there were things that the W weren't doing for them, that they looked at their counterparts and said, not that they want the same money, but just like Asia said, like what elite athlete has to go to the airport, pick up their own bags, walk through the airport, and then get to the air. They're like have to deal with going to the hotel and all this other stuff, and then having to go back, go to baggage claim, check their bags. Like they're the guys are flying private. Like their lives are just as much as precious as the NBA guys, and they're having to deal with that. And
Absolutely.
so they talked about that. Like I said, I heard this back in 2020 when Asia and Fee had their podcast. So I always knew like the heart of where Unrivaled was coming from was that you either put up or you shut up. If you want something done differently, then don't they always say go do it yourself if that's what you want? If you can't make it happen there, then you go do it yourself. If you're waiting on a handout, don't go do it.
Hey,
And they did it and they did it successfully. So I don't them being in the negotiations, I don't feel like people get upset, well, they're going to profit off of it. I mean, you also got to understand that if these ladies don't end up playing a full season, that's still like their money, that's still their livelihood, and it's not like Unrivaled can they gotta deal with TV deals, they gotta deal with paying extra salaries, they gotta pay for the trainers, they gotta pay for the players and the coaches. It's not like they just have money set aside, be like, well, we're just gonna extend the season, we can profit off of players not playing because you only got what 36, if that's playing. That's not the
but
whole league. So
but
I didn't see the conflict. What?
I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot about something. You said about how they take care of the players.
Hmm.
There's a player. Who is it? Somebody played in Unrivaled and got hurt and can't play this season.
Oh,
But
Benija.
yeah, but Unrivaled did what?
They pay for her whole salary.
Ain't that crazy? No, it's not crazy. It's what people should do. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
This is the type. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about
Yeah.
Unrivaled. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of forward thinking.
Yeah,
Now
I
you're
mean
talking
it's
about
from the players.
you're calling this a conflict of interest. But look at this. You got a player that can't play because she went to play outside of your league, a league that Candace Parker called her summer job because she needed a real job to pay her bills.
I remember
That
she
got
said that.
hurt and couldn't come back to work for you, but she's not worried about that. She's taken care of.
Yeah.
How many players that ain't playing right now is the WNBA taking care of?
Nobody.
Did they play? Did they pay Cam while she was out?
No.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, this is what
Yeah.
I'm understanding.
I mean, she
Wait,
got
wait.
her rookie, I'm sure.
Well, Cam's not a good idea. Isn't a good one. Nika Mule hurt. She not in. Is she on the roster this season? Who's playing Nika this season while she's recovering? Right?
She's probably on a suspended. Yeah.
So do you get a check on suspension? Y'all let me know. I don't know. These
Mm-mm.
are the things that I'm thinking about when you look at Unrivaled. So conflict of interest, no. Does it challenge you? Yes. And
That's the
here's the
problem. They don't want to be challenged. That's the issue.
but here's the thing. I guess where I'm calling BS is this right here, Jay. No, it wasn't a conflict of interest till Unrivaled started. How long AU been out here? 4 or 5 years? They just been AUing and championshiping and all that. They
Hmm.
matter of fact, they love AU so much they went and put the AU games on the WNBA app.
Yep.
But now this is a conflict of interest.
They're threatened.
Overseas ain't a conflict of interest. China a conflict of interest? No,
Euro,
see,
because they
Euro,
they don't
yeah.
even finish their season until the W is getting ready to start.
Not only that, they'll let you leave in the middle of the season in some years to go play Eurobasket.
Hmm.
So listen, it's very. I'm side eyeing it real tough. With them calling it a conflict of interest because they ain't pointing everything a conflict of interest and everything else. Here's the thing: you don't show up and hang out with the conflict of interest. You know what I mean? Now, Kathy went down on Rival. She was over AU. She was everywhere this summer, was she?
Yeah,
What
she
the,
was.
the conflict of interest? What you was doing nowhere? Trying to see what they was doing.
Which
See
she
how
said
good
she
it
didn't
is
care
over
about.
there. Trying to see how good it is over there. They got a commissioner over there.
Hmm.
Don't you know?
Shout out to
Oh,
Mickey.
yeah. Shout out. No, so let me ask you this: do you want to see Unrivaled go to 5v5, or do you want it to stay a 3v3 league?
I like it 3v3. I think it's unique. I think it sets itself apart. I think they probably didn't want to, and maybe I could be wrong, but you already had AU. And I think they didn't want to necessarily like step on their toes because they
Mm-hmm.
know they have players that also were playing at AU. There's W players, they're friends and everything like that. So I don't think they wanted to come in with the intention that we want to either take over the W or step on the toes of AU. I think they just wanted to be partners. Like, let's give them another way. If they don't get into AU, they have Unrivaled where they don't have to go overseas. I don't know how much AU pays, but they did talk about being the highest paid, but still that's just a second option. So now these women have two separate options where they can play here in the States if they solely wanted to play in the States. I know a lot of AU players play like limited overseas stints and then they go play for AU.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla McBride, I don't know how she did it, but I mean, I guess you have time because they do give you a lot of time between the season of the W being over and then Unrivaled starting. But Kayla played; she went to go play overseas after Unrivaled was done. That's why she didn't start her season until a little bit later. But I think it's just another option. So a lot of people are saying that it could turn to 5v5, and that's when the real issue is going to start happening. But I like it three versus three. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Do you see it turning into 5v5?
So I want it to stay 3v3. If it goes
Mhm.
5v5, I want it to be because you offer both of those. When I look at 5v5, the only time I'm really interested in them being 5v5 is if there's a work stoppage. Like, can you guys ramp up and give us 5v5 basketball with the majority of the WNBA
Mm.
being able to play and get some money? Other than that, don't put that on. If that's not really uh, in your scale, in your plan to scale your business, then no, don't throw it in there. I like 3v3. I like 1v1. I told y'all the only other thing that I really would like would be a 2-on-2. So give me a 1v1 tourney, a 2v2 tourney, and 3v3. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I would love to see, especially since the 1v1 we had the bigs dominate pretty much the 1v1. If we did a 2-on-2 where we had a big and a guard and a big pair 'em up, and let's go see
Okay.
who's the best. Who's the best? You know.
I could see a 5v5 on the like the ones that didn't make it into the W or some kind of development type of thing while they're waiting to be called. I could see that like
Mhm.
being something that they do, but not
I
necessarily in
like that.
competition with the W.
I got that. And then looking at Athletes Unlimited, it looked like base salary in 2022 is like 20,000, and you can make up to like 50,000 if you win it all. So somewhere around there, but 5 weeks, $4,000 or $5,000 a week. It's not
Yeah.
bad. I mean, Courtney said they
It's
got
4 weeks, isn't
$3,000
it?
to the final. I thought it was 5, but I don't know.
Maybe championship week or whatever is the 5th week.
But I mean,
Yeah.
compare that to Courtney said she went to the finals and the WNBA gave her $3,000.
What?
Put it up on Stud Buzz. 3 bands. Not
When was
30,000. I
this?
was round it back.
When was it? Recently?
Let
Or
me see. I heard it before. It was before All Star. It was before All Star. I'll see
no,
if I
I'm
can
saying
find it
like
for you.
when did she is she talking about when she went to the finals this past year?
Yeah,
What? Wait a minute.
3,000. Okay, pull it up.
$10,000 for winning the champ. Was it no? How much was it? They got $10,000 for fee
They got
winning the
$10,000.
one on.
WNBA final players only got paid $3,000. Here, YouTube, the fumble. Here go. Here go a link to you can see Courtney talking about it on
That's
this stuff,
crazy.
but they talk about it. I'm gonna say no. In the finals in Connecticut, she said in Connecticut. My bad. Your, your paycheck stops in the regular season.
Uh-huh.
So she said you play for pride in Connecticut. They got 3,000.
Said they played for pride.
Playing for pride at that point. Your paycheck stops because the budget is the budget.
Let me hold on. That's crazy.
That's wild, ain't it? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So let's speaking of the stuff, but they showed out at All Star Weekend. Unrivaled took over All Star Weekend. They had the HQ set up. They had interviews. They had I think events going on for 2 days where you can pop in and do different stuff with Unrivaled, meet Unrivaled players. Do you like that? I like that they showed up and were present. And they partnered again with Sephora. Sephora's
I
been a
mean,
great partner for them.
I thought it was a boss move because it's just it's just showing the W. Like as much as Kathy wants to say that she not nothing about the Unrivaled is interesting, not interesting to her, but she was saying she won't take anything away from them. Nothing about what they're doing is something that she would consider doing, other than maybe I think she said the social media aspect of it, getting people more involved social media wise. But like she didn't think none of the care was interesting. None of the child care that they offered was something that she might want to do.
Yeah,
None
none that
of
costs
the
money.
resources, none of the reason, none of that. No, I don't need to take anything away from that. So I think it's dope that they said, okay, that's cool. Like our job is to keep promoting our league. It's an off-season league, like you said, just like China, just like Euro, just like any other AU. And so, yeah, we're gonna pop up at the All-Star game with everybody. We're gonna bring our new rookies along, our new
Well,
signees. We're
but
gonna
they
bring
also
some of
gave
the
you experience where you could kind of see what it feels like to sitting there in the stadium, in
yeah,
the arena.
they built
You
like
could
the little thing there. Yeah, it was a whole experience of a whole thing.
love it, love it, love it, love it,
And gave
love it.
people early access to next season's tickets, VIP packages. Like they already sold out. They just sent us the email the other day saying, "Hey, if you want in on this, go ahead." I clicked on it, gone.
Out of
I didn't
there.
even get a chance. The only thing was left was an all-star package, and that was way too expensive for me. But like they're whatever it is that they're doing, like kudos. They know
Yeah,
exactly what to
they
do.
got motion going with it's some
Yeah.
motion with this Unrivaled right now. So something else that they did that I thought was really, really cool, which is like what made me reach out and be like, yo, Jay, we gotta talk Unrivaled. We gotta talk Unrivaled. So they make a huge NIL move. Um and they signed 14 of the best women's college basketball players in the game, right? So we got Lauren Betts, Sienna Betts, Madison Booker, Audie Crooks, AZ Fudd, Malaysia Wiley, Hannah Hidalgo, Flau'jae Johnson, Tanaya Latson, Olivia Miles, Kiki Rice, Sarah Strong, Silas Swords, and Juju Watkins. Now, what's interesting about that is, for me, is they have the potential now of having some hoops going on in the summer with college players while WNBA is going on to kind of rival what's going on to keep college hoops hooping, developing, taking care of their bodies, seeing what it's like to be a pro, right? Depending on how they're gonna use them. Honestly, NIL opportunity, but then you also can have them around the games. After during the off season, during the Christmas holiday, kind of have them some of the college players around the game, and I think they're doing a really good job bridging the gap between Unrivaled and college way better than the WNBA is. The WNBA does nothing to bring college fans over at all. It's like they don't even care what school you went to. So I want to know what you think about those names coming. Is there a name that isn't there that you thought should have been there?
So I'll answer the last one you said. Was there somebody there that I thought should have been there? I wonder where Big Time Tess is at on here. I would love to have seen her on the list. Tessa Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have seen even Raven, and then Michaela Williams from LSU. Those were
Mm-hmm.
some
Mm-hmm.
three of the names that I thought um would be good. But I mean, I kind of understand why they went with who they went with. These are not that the other names aren't big, but these are, just as big as anybody in college right now, just as
Mm-hmm.
exciting. Um, and they kind of made an impact, like Silas Swords on Michigan. Like, I didn't know who she was, and I saw her freshman year balling like she was. Like, so these are people that they're digging in the bag deep. Like, they're
Mm-hmm.
going for longevity. They're not just going after people that's just about to get ready to graduate and maybe go to the W. They're going sophomores, and probably if they can get to some freshmen. I mean, because they already had well, they didn't do Hannah. Who did they do first? It was Paige and Flau'jae were their first
It's
two.
Paige and Flau'jae, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
And I was
surprised no Joyce though. I'm
Joyce
talking
too.
about the freshman. I'm
Joyce
surprised no
too.
Joyce, no Michaela Blakes. So, but
But
these are
it
names that
seems
I
like,
think could be there someday. Kennedy Smith too.
yeah, I'm looking at class of 25. I think this is another thing that, like, we know this is an indication that, okay, this is just the beginning. This
Mm-hmm.
is who made it this year. Next year, we got another X amount of people. The next year, we got
Mm-hmm.
another. Like, they're steadily growing this seed of these young players that will be a part of Unrivaled, that is going to have to grow, going to have to grow this league. And so it's pretty exciting to see. And then, like you kind of touched on, I think it kind of again, it makes the W look bad because they are getting these players engaged in something that they're not going to play. Like, some of these people, it's 3 years away before they might be able to do anything with Unrivaled, but they're so engaged. They're doing projects with them, doing events with them, getting their fans, excited about what they might see when they get to Unrivaled, and also development. So it can be an easier transition into going into the W. That might be something they're working on. But I
Mm-hmm.
think back to when Angel and Flau'jae were being interviewed. This was after their Natty championship, and they were talking about, I think they were asking Angel um, if she wanted to, if she was ready to go to the W. Like, you have 1 year, you want to go, what do you think, you're going to stay in the college, or you want to, go ahead and go? And she was like, her and Flau'jae was like, why are we rushing to go to the W? Like, we make
Mm-hmm.
we make more money here than we do in the W. now, I mean, her thoughts have changed, and so have
Of course.
Flage. But that's just the disconnection between the W wasn't communicating, wasn't promoting itself, wasn't doing anything to these young players. They didn't have like, yeah, they want to go to the W because that is the professional league to go to, and you have dreams of doing that. But it wasn't like an aspiration, like I desperately need to go to the W because of the things it can offer. It was just like that's just the next step in my journey. Whereas Unrivaled is like showing you the dream
Hmm.
right now and where you can be and your potential and what they can offer you throughout your years of your college years to get into to be a professional. And that's just building the seed. And W is just like, we're standing over here whenever you're ready. We might choose you, we might not. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a disconnect. And
Yeah,
that was a big example to me of seeing like what Angel and Flage thought about the W before, Angel actually getting there.
yeah. The W around here acting like the cute girl in high school that didn't know that the cute. She was a real cute girl in high school, and now we at the high school reunion, and she ain't that cute no more. But she don't know it. Yeah, they ain't choosing you no more. You got to dress it up, money. Got to dress it up.
Yeah.
W got to do better. They're old. They're showing that they're dated. They have not tried to keep up. They have not tried to adapt. They have not tried to meet these young women where they are, right? And they're still treating them like they're a product, and they're not. They're a partner, and so
Yeah.
they've got to figure out how to partner, or they're gonna get cut out of this next level of talent. And that's the thing that I look at, because when I'm looking at this, the other thing that I thought about is you were talking about these players and how to become a pro and all of that. I can see a plum dog camp on steroids.
Yep.
4 or 6 week summer program, where these kids are at Unrivaled with all of the state of the art facility stuff that they have, taking care of their bodies, all of those coaches available for development, working on their games, personal trainers, all kind of just opportunity for them to really be the best that they can be, and really show where the women's game can go when you really pour into it. Because like we're saying right now, like really remember like a few years ago at the NCAA tournament, they had 3 pairs of dumbbells. You didn't even have a
Oh
bike.
yeah.
I mean,
In
so
a
think about that.
corner of a hotel
Now think
ballroom.
about that. We have been producing top notch basketball with that type of support for years. Now you're gonna really give them an opportunity to have some weights and some food and nutrition and chefs and all of that. Goodness gracious, what do you think you're gonna get? Man, even
Hmm.
even better basketball. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they do. What else? What else is exciting you about what's to come for Unrivaled? Do you think we got any more teams coming? Or
I don't know about this season. I
okay.
think I don't think they want to grow too fast where they can't control what's going on, that it kind of gets out of hand.
Mhm.
I think I think honestly the demand for people going to Unrivaled is probably about to be overwhelming, because a
Mhm.
lot of people just thought, oh, this is just this ain't really nothing. We ain't that excited, because you can see, like, not necessarily see, but some of the people they were picking, people were like, they're not necessarily stars in the W. It seemed like some people were passing on Rival just because they didn't know what to expect and what was going on. And I think now, especially now that it was just announced that their salaries are going up, it was just announced that the finals they don't is 100K versus them getting 50K a piece. Wasn't it
Yeah, I
50?
think
Was it
so.
50K?
Yeah, I think it was 50. Yeah, I think it was 50K.
Yeah, now it's 100, 100 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
You get 100. You already getting
Yeah.
at least $100,000. That's at the bottom line. At least $100,000 as one of the people that was playing last year, plus equity. Plus, if you were on the Hootie Hoos, you got an extra $10,000
Mm-hmm.
for fee winning.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you go to the finals, you got a little bit. I don't know if the runners up got a little bit, but the winners get 50,000. Now they're getting 100, plus they increase year two. They're already increasing salaries year two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
they're playing
got
right.
rookies
They had
still
money.
making
They
seventy
had money
thousand
left over.
dollars.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I told him I don't know how Dejanay kept up with her bust down budget on WNBA money. For real. I'm so glad that these women have opportunities to make money outside of the
Yeah,
WNBA, because how do you survive? And then you think
and
about
it's
Las Vegas,
time.
they had to the city, the county, or whoever had to throw in an extra 100,000 to even make it them be able to afford to
Twice.
live in Las
Twice.
Vegas. Yeah, 200,000 a piece. So like, yo, listen, WNBA got to step it up. Unrivaled pressure,
And
pressure,
time.
pressure,
Like
pressure.
they were just talking about Kayla McBride was saying, like, this is the first time in forever that I got to like be with my family on Thanksgiving. Like I didn't have to rush off to go overseas. I was able to make money. I was able to play. I made a living. I did, get my development. And then I was ready for the W. Like these
And
ladies, like
mentally,
that's also another thing. Like
yeah,
the hamper of like not being around your family, having to play literally, all 12 months. You might get a couple of weeks off in between there. That,
hmm
that puts a damper on you and kind of tires you out. Now they're coming with all this energy because they didn't have to play all those other months. They played for what was it? 7 weeks, 10 weeks, something like that.
think about that. But think about this too. I'm playing and I'm not overseas. My family could come down to Miami
Right. That's what
and
I'm
watch
saying.
me play.
Like,
All of the support, mentals in check, chicken in
mhm.
check, physical in check, like ready to go, and then rejuvenated and supported to go do my WNBA job.
Which is crazy to me that Kathy in the W is because Gabby said it. They're trying to work their way into eliminating something like that. But like she said, like look at how many players you actually have available now. You made this prioritization clause that they have to be back at a certain time. Look at all these players that would have been overseas
Mm-hmm.
that would have been trying to rush back or not, not be able to come back because they were overseas. All these players are ready to come back and look at their level of play. Look how exciting it is to watch the W because these players have risen to a different level. How is that bad? How is that a bad thing for the W? If I can send my
It's not a
players
bad
off
thing at all.
to go be conditioned, to go be get their massages and their hair done and their facials, and they play for 10 weeks, and I ain't got to worry about paying their extra salary if they get hurt. Like that, they're being taken care of. All I got to do is accept them back when it's time to play, and then put them on TV. Like
Mm-hmm.
what's hard about that? Like why are you
Nothing.
fighting it? I don't get
Yeah,
it.
because they didn't think of it. They can't control it. It's about control. It always
And
comes
then
down
you
to
don't want to do
control.
anything about it. It's crazy.
So that's wild. Before we get out of here, what are
Yeah.
you most looking forward to in the upcoming rival season?
I want to know what's going to change. I want to know, are they going to keep the teams the same? Are we looking at trades? Are we, because initially I thought they were going to be like what AU is, because every year you play a different, well, every week you play on a different team, but
Right.
it changes all the time. I thought this is going to be team roles this year, and then next year they'll get back into the little lottery and pick and do another draft, and they'll end up on different teams. But I don't think it's like that. Um, Going off of what they said that Cam signed a multi-year deal with Hootie Who's. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're doing that. But what happens if they're trades? What happens if people don't come back, or if they can't come back? Something like Sloot is not going to be on the
Not available
Mist
already.
right now because she has a ACL tear. Like, so who's going to replace her? Where is Paige going to go? Where is Flage going to go? Where are some of these other players that are graduating that had the NIL deals? What teams are they going on? Are we going to extend the rosters? Like those type of things. I'm just super excited just to see how they're going to navigate that. Are they going to have the same coaches? Are they going to rotate coaches? Are they going to add new coaches? Like, it's just all very interesting. It's the unknown. We don't know. We only have 1 year of this thing. And honestly, it took off more than I ever thought it would. I knew it would be successful, but I didn't think it would be what it is now, where you, like you said, they're turning away investors. They got so
Mm-hmm.
many sponsorships, and they're able, not only are they able, like people got to think about this. Not only are they able to raise the salaries of these players, give more bonus money for these tournaments, and pay how many players did they get? What is that? 15 players
Mm-hmm.
in NIL deals, and I'm sure it ain't no chump change NIL deals. These are like these are like real money NIL deals.
Oh
Like
yeah, it matter.
in 1 year, like I'm excited for like what are we gonna get next year? Like I can't even wrap my mind about around what's gonna happen next year. What about you?
I think what I'm looking forward to the most is do the refs come back? That's what I'm looking forward to the most. Do the
Well,
refs
there you go.
That was the saga. That was the saga I was watching. Stewie was like, "Yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna do something different." Nafisa was like, "Yeah, no." Angel was like, "What's your name
Get
again?"
him out of here.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is like how do they solve the ref issue? Because I thought that was one of the things that just was like, oh my gosh. And the other thing is, quiet as it's kept, is Nola gonna be a coach? Will Nola be a coach? And the reason I say that is because I said it earlier. Like I had to put some respect on Nola's name this season
You
because
were
if they
dragging
look,
her. You were
yeah,
dragging her.
yeah, what Nola better not show up. She better not show up with that paper. I'm gonna drag her. I'm gonna drag her again. I'm gonna
She's
drag
a
her again. But
championship coach.
yeah. Nola, don't you show up with that paperwork? Don't you show up with that paperwork? Nola, don't you show up? But what I'm gonna say is, Nola's a championship coach, but I also think her experience is what is allowing Dallas to kind of find their footing and find some success. Like that,
Mm.
without, I mean, yo, like if you look at that thing, like without Nola, I don't know where this thing is at. Like she's the one up off the bench for Dallas, pouring back into the players, talking to them. Chris Page checked him 3 weeks ago. He ain't got over that since. I mean, he still look like he pouting right now. So shout out to Nola. Like I want to see, does she come back? And then how does that look? You know, and shout out to her for being able to be poured into as well, because I think a
Mhm.
lot of what you see from Nola is a lot of what Chelsea Gray took the time to be able to kind of show her, whether she
Uh-huh.
was open to it or not. Like by the time she got back to the WNBA, you can see where she rolled some of those things into what she does. So looking to see what they do. And we can see things I'm looking forward to. Uh,
No winning on free throws. I hope they get that corrected as well.
oh yeah, that and look, get rid of the finger twirl, y'all. Get rid of the finger twirl, y'all. If I could get rid of anything, it would be the
What?
finger twirl.
You don't like the review calls?
I don't like the time it takes. It's in the rule book. Either it's out of on her or not. What I learned about what so FIBA spoiled me because FIBA
Mhm.
was like, it's a rewind. We camera went right with him. Show us we all looking at the thing. That man say, okay, white, black, white. Okay, white ball. Let's go. It was that easy. Here they look at it. They have a meeting. I go back and look. You go look.
They do take too
Somebody
long,
else to
yeah.
go look. Everybody look on their own. Then we go look together. Then we have a meeting about what we saw. That's too much. Come on.
Yeah.
It's in the rule book. Either it's out on her or it's not. It's a foul or it's not. Move on. So that if I can take one thing out, it'll be that. But looking forward to just the trash talk, the energy, um, the women being empowered to be their authentic selves and still be respected as professionals. Uh, all of that fun stuff, you know, and then you can just count on these games. You know, I'm gonna see all of these players over these next 3 days.
Yep.
So
We gotta get down there.
we gotta get down
We
there.
gotta
We
try
gotta
to
get
get
down.
down there.
Shoot, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get down there. The stud buds after the stud buds did the All Star game. All I kept seeing was, oh, we got to get to Miami. We gotta be in Miami. Miami is a must. So to pull up the
Yeah.
grill,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there, and then I'm trying to get to Atlanta for Halloween.
Atlanta.
South Carolina, North Carolina,
Oh, and on Halloween?
October 30th in Atlanta.
Is that what I didn't know it was North. I didn't know that was North Carolina. I saw that advertisement, but I just saw South Carolina. I wasn't even
Yeah.
paying attention who they were playing. Okay.
Yeah. So, gotta look out to see what these young ladies are gonna be doing for NIL. But glad to see them partnering. What you got? Anything else before we go?
No, they're doing something this weekend. They said be on the lookout on what day did they say? It's something going on. I think this weekend, but they just got all the class of 2025 down there now. They're
Mm-hmm.
playing. I don't know if they're actually going to play like an exhibition game or what they're going to do, but they're kind of giving us a sneak peek now. Also, if you guys go to unrivaled.therealist.com, they are auctioning off a lot of unrivaled paraphernalia. We got game worn jerseys, we got a game used ball. Um, as Cess was showing me earlier, we got like Angels jerseys going for 655. We got Fee's jersey going for 1,100.
Yep.
McBride 461. I don't think there's anything super cheap on here.
I
Everything
think
is
the back somebody had like a jersey for like $161. I think that was probably the cheapest thing. The
that's
basketball
Samuelson.
$200.
Katie Lou. Katie Lou is 166. That's what it looks
So
like, the cheapest one.
I
Nope.
picked them up.
Ariel Atkins, who only played a few games for the Rose, is 126.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on. I'm super excited. And I love how Unrivaled didn't take a like they took a small break, but they're there. They're not letting you forget about what they're around all
I wonder
throughout
if
the
they're gonna
W season. So
absolutely. And I
I
wonder, so
love
we
it.
got overtime select start this weekend too. So I wonder if they're gonna do anything around
Oh
that.
yeah.
So you got overtime select, we got unrivaled doing stuff. So it's all kind of women's hoops going on, and that's the big exciting. That's the most exciting thing about it is that
Hmm.
there's enough stuff out here that for 24/7, 365 conversation about women's hoops.
Yep. And
That's
it didn't
dope.
used to be
That's
like
dope.
that back in the day.
No,
So
oh gosh,
super
no, it
excited.
was not.
Super
It
excited
was
about that.
not. Yeah. So y'all know what it is. It's been on the court with J and Cess. Unmatched coverage of Unrivaled. Y'all know what it is. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. We'll be back with an update before the season starts again. Yeah,
That's
we
right.
out.